Bride price in Nigeria varies from one locality to another. In Onitsha, in Anambra State, the bride price can be as low as 50 naira, while in its environs, it could be in hundreds of thousands. Incidents of high bride price in parts of Nigeria have been criticized for causing social ills. To some, after paying the bride price, they see the woman as their property and should be treated as such, which leads to a lot of abuse and domestic violence. Our focus today is, does bride price give you the right to abuse your spouse? The show has just started. Stay with us. We have artists Yinka Davis and Austin Milado to discuss this. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Edak show, and today we want to talk about marriage and bride price as practiced in our society. And I have wonderful people in the studio today, Yinka and Emilado Ostilado.
It's another christening. You are rechristening.
Yeah, okay. Say the way it should be. Let me hear.
Now it's Ostaino Milado.
Ostaino Milado.
Correct.
Okay. Welcome to our program. Okay. This topic actually came because some people calling. There's one topic that we did.
Okay.
And the man was like, actually a man called in and said, I paid, okay, it was women abuse. The man said, I paid money on this woman. I paid her bride price, full bride price. I have the right over her. I can beat her. I can do whatever I like.
He said that.
Yes. So we are trying to create awareness on this. Marriage and bride price. Does that give a right to a man to ill-treat a woman? That is number one. Yeah, he's a man. We'll come to that. But today, we want to talk about the bride price as it is. Yinka, you are Yoruba, and you are
Igbo.
Igbo. Okay. Very, very good combination. As practice, yes, as practiced in your place. What does that stand for? Bride price.
I'm actually surprised that what you just said now, because this, the Western side, they really pretty much don't pay anything. So the women actually do the wedding, unlike.
Yeah.
Sorry, apologies.
Yeah. What's okay?
I believe the women pay 10 times more to be gone. I'm sorry. The father paid for, buys all those things, and the wedding, the party itself, and then maybe they take, some of them take, some people have actually taken 20 naira, 50 naira, as low as one cowrie. It is a symbol. It is not a by force you must pay me to take my daughter. No. It's like, I need something to remember that you have taken my precious, my gift from me.
Okay.
So it's like, but now I think people actually have different position about bride price. But I don't think, so far, I don't know about the western side of Nigeria. They still don't take so much money.
Okay, let's see
how
it's practiced in Igbo land.
Well, we have different types of Igbo. We have the Delta part, we have the, even the Anambra area, the Imo area, they operate differently, But the thing is, it all legitimizes the relationship. It gives legitimacy to the relationship. It doesn't matter how much it is. In some parts of Igbo land, you pay so much. What she just talked about now is, putting side by side what you call bride price and what you call dowry. A lot of people think it's the same thing. Dowry is what the lady
will take to the man's house.
And then the bride price is what you pay, to have legal, how do I put it, ownership. Both spiritually and physically.
And that is what we are talking about, that ownership. Some men now say, I married you with my money. I paid your bride price. So you have to do as I say, or whatever. You can be whatever, my slave or whatever.
No, the slavery aspect of it, you understand, is so crude. You know, in fact, you know, it's crude, and it's a cake. You know, I know in those days from some history that I've read, you know, people even marry lots of wives, not because they have appetite for, you know, you understand, but I think it's got to do with, you know, but it's got to do with what they were practicing those days, you know.
Okay.
Then
Maybe to take care of their farms and things like that,
you know. So, but, you know, the legitimacy that the bride price gives, that ownership, why I use ownership is, if you don't do that, you know, you don't have right to possess whatever that comes out of the woman, like children and all that, you know. And then you may not have, to some extent, let me go a little bit further, you know, some people get into this relationship and now something, God forbid, happens to the woman and you didn't pay that bride price. You understand? You know, you go through hell, you know. So it goes to show that, but if you had paid that bride price, you understand, you have all your rights will be given to you, you'll be recognized, you know, you won't be maltreated. You understand?
But this bride price, Inka, let's maybe you should take up on this. This bride price, some people are actually saying, the younger generation are actually saying that they're not getting married because the bride price is quite high. So what do you think?
I think over time, a lot of people have seen how lucrative the business of marriage is. It's very lucrative.
Is it?
Men would marry the woman once her papa is the CEO of, and so the women will be, you know, we're gullible people. We're so gullible. It's amazing, and it's depressing for me when you see, oh, I love him, oh, I want him, oh, please, daddy, can I have this man? I don't know, we'll take care of him, we'll take care of him, send him to UK. I'm telling you, the man will marry, but he may not love the woman. So that could actually come to a place where the man actually totally maltreats the girl eventually.
Because no love exists.
No love exists between them. Now, the ladies, the thing is quite high. On the other hand, when the man has money, really like he has money. I've been with some brothers from the east side, and they're cool with their babes. Even when they have money, they want to continue to spend on these women. I know. But if it's now something, maybe there's some, I don't know what it is, that is getting them so aggressive. What is wrong? Is it that the women are too demanding, or is it that they have extra thing going on out there that is making them, I don't understand
We'll get to that.
Okay.
Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll look more into this issue. I don't understand what you guys say. Stay with us.
I think a lot of times the parents just put too much emphasis on it and try to get back whatever they've spent on training that child. But I think what you should concentrate on is having your child get a perfect or a near perfect partner, you know, both for the man and for the woman as well. Because if your daughter, you're more concerned about getting the amount of money you spend, so it's like you're selling her off to the highest bidder.
It's a decision the two people have to take, but left to me, I think the man should take the sole responsibility of that. But depending on the area the woman comes from, if it is too much for the man to afford, there is nothing bad if the woman offers any form of assistance.
I think what you should concentrate on more is just having to get the right person. It doesn't matter what the person pays, you know. However, it doesn't mean the person shouldn't pay anything or the person should come empty-handed. It will also look as if she nothing, you're just getting her for free.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, we have a very interesting topic that we are discussing, marriage and bride price. Let's ask you, should a lady by any means contribute to her bride price?
Well, not officially. You understand? It will never be an official position.
Okay.
You know, if you love a man and you know he doesn't have, you know, enough, you can assist him. Well, I don't want to call it contribution. I want to see that assistance. You know, and if you truly love him, and you know there's no
What about a scenario that the girl takes over everything? The man doesn't have. Of course, the lady has now. And
no, of course, we know that there are ladies that sponsor their wedding.
Okay.
You understand?
So,
you know.
so as a man, would you sit down for a lady to come and sponsor the wedding, marry you?
There will never be a time a man will want that to happen.
Who said that?
There will never be a time a normal man, quote unquote, a normal man will want that to happen. Because the thing is, once you allow your wife to take up the responsibility or your responsibility, you've lost your position. Except the woman is just an angel. You know?
An angel.
Yeah, I know women, you understand, who take care of their husbands, you understand, and they pet them. Pet, I mean, as in petting them. They don't allow anything to happen to them. It depends on how it started, you understand? You know, some of them, maybe they were well off, then something went wrong, and you know that your man is not lazy, he's trying his best, you know, with the kind of country we have now, you know, things like that can play out. You know, but if you see a lazy man, I don't think any right-thinking woman would want to sit down or stay with a lazy man.
But you can look at this. Some women or ladies are so desperate to get married. What do you think? Do you think it is right for them to carry their money and go and marry a man?
If they want to.
True.
No, seriously. You are desperate. So you're desperate. Whatever happens in the desperate situation, you have entered the desperate. So it is okay. So you better not lament when you get into that kind of state, because you were desperate. But sadly, we women never listen to ourselves. We don't. We want to do what we want to do now. After now, then I say, what did you just do to me? But they forget. They did it.
But looking at
so it's a serious matter. I'm sorry, madam. It's just, your desperate state is not making you think clearly, and then you go ahead and you get involved, and once you're involved, you forget. The person is a beater, a master, a butcher, a slaughterhouse, and you will now say, oh, you see what did you have? No, don't complain. Don't forget, you got yourself in. Can we just let them understand? Stop being desperate. That's what
exactly.
Stop being desperate.
Yes.
When you're desperate, be objective. Even when you're there's something wrong in being desperate. There's something wrong when you're desperate to the point of blindness. You can't see, you can't hear. You see, I've twisted it so you can't see.
Because some women actually don't do that. They don't get into that because they want to listen to themselves or because of themselves. So they're not thinking about tomorrow.
They're thinking of the pressure that people are putting on them.
Societal pressure, family pressure. You're still at home. Your younger sister's gone.
Time is,
you know,
biological clock is ticking.
You understand? So all of them contribute to this. But then it still depends on the man. I'll still keep, you know, going back to the man. You understand? Some men, even when they did everything, and then you go to some areas where they pay so much.
Does that give them the right to own a woman in a negative way? Like,
good. I like that word. Negative way, because once the man pays the bride price, he owns the woman.
Fair square.
He owns the woman. You understand? And so the woman owns him too. You know, but then he is the owner of the home. He is the owner of everything that exists in that home.
Shouldn't it be side by side?
No, it is side by side. But I understand where you're coming from. You know, over there, you know, across, the Atlantic, they are trying. All what they are doing there, it's artificial. That's why they don't have homes, that last. You understand? It's so artificial. You understand? That's why someone can get married today. I've watched one program, and the woman said she is looking for a man, that she will marry. You understand? That she will be the one that will marry the man, so that the man will be at home. She is the working type. She wants someone. The man doesn't have to do anything.
Well, that's their culture.
You understand? So it's their culture, sort of. But then I think So, but in Africa, you understand? Yeah, the man, the woman. You understand? They are equal, but we still know that the man is
the owner of the...
Now, that does not give the man the right to enslave the woman or try to treat the woman like a slave.
Yes, sir.
In fact, you enjoy your woman when you see her like a baby.
You love her, you pamper her, you take care of her.
Women, like you women,
are you married?
Yeah, I am.
Because you have to.
Sorry, my ring, is not here. But then I'm married. With 2 kids, 2 beautiful girls, You know, so, but I have 3 girls.
Oh wow.
That's right.
This is
That's
great,
beautiful.
Yeah, you understand. So, my first girl is my wife.
Okay, I get the gist. Yeah,
You know,
I get the gist.
so
Yeah.
that's it. And it got to
You
a time.
pamper them.
Yeah, it got to a time where I became the one that needs to be pampered.
Mm.
Then
2 girls by your side.
I now realize that I get pampered when I
Okay, show more love.
when I pamper, then unconsciously it comes back. You
Yeah.
know. so wife maltreating a woman, you understand, is I think is in the nature of
the person.
the person.
Okay.
You understand?
Let's take a break. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll continue on this interesting topic. Stay with us. Welcome back. This is still Edak show, marriage and bride price. That's what we are discussing. Is it by force to marry? Let's talk about the pressure that parents put on their daughters to get married. Yinka, take it.
Hey, is it by force to marry? It is not. At the same time, it is not good for a man to be alone. That one is. Men are the ones that actually need that kind of, because they need, you know, like, it's not, I would, it would be wrong to use the word guidance. It would be nice to say, a man cannot live without a woman. That is true. A man needs a woman. A woman can live, but a man cannot live without a woman. A man is the crown. Let us not lie. A man needs a woman. I'm not saying he does not. And there's no pressure on the man, but the pressure is on the part of time. Yes, on the women. Yes. Wait. That is not going to stop this nonsense. What they do? It cost major quarter for the lives of these women. I'm telling you, it's not funny at all. Anyway, the girl is this, and I don't know where to begin. Now, for the women, the pressure to marry. I have a friend who told his daughter, if you do not come back home to marry, I will divorce your mom. What? Yes, I will divorce your mom. And that's because they are very wealthy, so it's easy for him to say such a thing. Because he can give the girl, you know, he can put her in something, but this is what they do. That wealthy angle that he's going to divorce his mom and he will disown the girl. And the girl came back home, having a very fantastic job in the US somewhere. And that's really? It's not funny. And the girl came home and she got married. Maybe because she had a particular, but so sometimes, maybe because they believe that she needs to have a crown. Because women, when they go on, they become manly. Per se. Yeah, thanks. I am the testimony.
You see, some parents, you know, just like we talked about, you know, ladies that don't think about themselves when they're taking that decision to get married to a man, and they are so desperate, you know, so they are not actually looking at, you know, whether the man has that love for them. You know, they just want to please the society. You know, so some parents, you know, come from that angle too. You know, they why do they do that though? Why do they put pressure, so much pressure on the girl child? Yes, you know. Girl child. Why not on the guy? Well, one thing for us is that, you know, there's always no time on the girl side. Women have limited time. A man can get married at 70. Somehow. You know, but women, they have time. Take away the menopause issue. You understand? There are other societal issues, you understand? And then some, how do I put it, traditional issues too. You know, they just want to start looking at the family as if, you know, they are cursed or, you know. For not getting married. You understand? Of course, you know, we know these issues exist. You know, but for some, those ones that are enlightened, you know, they don't put so much pressure like that. And then, beyond that, you have the very wealthy family, you understand, who want to force their child to marry from a particular... But that one is from time.
That's always been there.
You say something about the tradition, right? The one has a yam farm, the other says, let's let my son
daughter.
So on that one, that's like a transaction.
Yeah, but you know, those days, even those ones...
So it's still practiced today in a different form. Okay, so bride price is not the issue here.
Bride price.
That's not why people are not getting married. It's not because of the high bride price.
It's a contributor.
Ah, okay.
It's a contributor.
Partly.
Yeah, because some men cannot stand not going the right way.
Oh, not having that big party.
You understand?
Why?
Yeah, it's not bad because it's not bad, yes, because in the first place you have to love somebody before you agree to marry the person, right? And if the person you love does not have the money your family are asking for, and you still want to marry him, the best thing is for you to support him so that you can get it done.
Where I'm from, really, like right now, we don't even collect bride price. It's necessary, it's going to be part of it, but they're going to return it back to the bride's father is going to return it back to the husband.
How about a scenario that a lady is beaten in her husband's house, she runs to her parents send her back, say, go, we have collected your bride price.
No, but it's not only because of the bride price stuff. It's not only parents will not just, any good parent, you understand, except they have now started witnessing. They see it very clearly, that your man is becoming a beast. You know, if you just run back, if you are my daughter, and you know, you ran to my house, you understand, to start telling me your husband, blah 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 blah, I won't just start supporting you like that immediately.
It's not supporting. Your daughter comes back with bruises and things like that.
Of course, you know, when
why do you have to send her back?
It didn't start just like that. It started from somewhere. You know, what you do as a parent is try to understand what is going on, and of course you will definitely want to encourage your daughter and the husband.
But some will send them back because they say they collected that bride price, and somehow because the people demand for the bride price to pay back, and they feel that they cannot pay back the bride price, they'll send their daughter back. So we've collected your money, we can't.
No, I don't. It's not. That would just be ratio 10 to 90.
There is actually a divine order of things. Once that, just like you said earlier, once that money is paid, physically, emotionally, spiritually,
you're bound.
Hooked.
Yeah, bound.
I had a similar oh Lord help.
Oh Lord have mercy.
I said I was doing testimony. I'm a testimony to that kind of male nature I want to date. And the guy said, okay, he wants to marry me, and that was about 20, so I was 20. I said, okay, you get to my house at 5 p.m. I'll see if this is the call because I'm already up. I can do my thing, I can buy my clothes, I can do my, I don't need my family, take him to court, and then we marry. In my own mind, the guy came 5 minutes to 5. Man. So I said to myself, okay, I'm going to hook this guy up, but I am yet to do the proper. But because I've agreed with myself to be in love or in oneness with this man, I got crushed in 1 month. All my jobs and my businesses just died. And I'm like, what have I done? In 1 month. That's to tell you the kind of position you have put in. That's why the mothers and fathers still sometimes will send you back, because you have collected something. You have collected something in replacement of yourself from someone. To return it back to the people, it's like almost impossible. Unless there's something stronger than what you are going through. If you are still alive and you can, is there a way we have to find a way to objectively, like where your parents pray for you so that you don't get into harm's way. In the meantime, you have to go back to that same house. But if you cannot stay in that way, we have to find a way to look for money to keep you somewhere safe for now.
Yeah, because because at the end of the day, we want our daughters to be alive.
To be alive.
People should not stay in abusive relationship because of the bride price. We've taken money, so you have to be there. I have ownership of you because you have paid your bride price. You know, those negative things.
You too.
Yeah, those negative things. Those are the things that we are trying to avoid. And our girls should stop being so desperate, because people marry for a whole lot of reasons. Some because, like you said, poverty, they want to live well. Some because of pressure and peer influence, peer pressure, and all those things. Anyway, it has been a very, very, very beautiful time, interesting topic. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Stay with us, we'll be right back. Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. And if you are just joining us, we are still on a Edak show, Marriage and Bride Price today. But now, simple remedies for your lifestyle. Today, I'm not going to do kitchen table. There are other remedies that you can use to take care of yourself. And music is very, very important. And I have two wonderful guests in the house today. I cannot let them go without them doing that for us. So please, take it from here. Music for us.
Wow.
Let there be peace in our hearts, peace in our homes, peace in the nation and the world. Let there be peace in our hearts, peace in our homes, peace in the nation and the world.
If we're man and wife now, as it is now, right? I don't have to sing again.
You have to serenade your wife. Always serenade your wife. If your wife is not relaxed, one of the ways you should use is music. So please, I want to relax, please. My feet.
Okay, you know what we want to do? Because relating to this topic too,
Yes.
you know, love is central. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we should do a duet.
I'm with you.
Endless love.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No, once you start.
Beautiful.
My love, there's only you in my life.
You better be true.
You're everything
You better be true. My first love.
Wow.
You're every breath that I take. You're every step I make.
And I want to share all my love. No one will do. And your eyes, they tell me how much you care. Oh yes, you love me. My endless
What more can be more relaxing than this? You can stay in love and happiness with your spouse. It doesn't take much. You think you don't have a nice voice? Just try and do something like this to your spouse at home, and she'll be happy and you'll be happy. Thank you all for watching, and I'm sure you had a nice time. See you next week.